let's talk about some fresh ways to generate leads from your farm area as a real estate agent. I think that a lot of real estate agents actually overlook the power of farming, and they assume that the only and most effective way to farm is by blasting their neighborhood with really expensive postcards. And I think that, yes, you can do that, but if you're not layering your farming techniques with other strategies, you're missing so much opportunity. Because when you're paying for a postcard, this is all you're paying for. You're paying for this passing glance as they take half a second to look at it and then throw your postcard in the dumpster. Now, that's not to say you shouldn't do postcards. I postcard my neighborhood, but there are a lot of other things that you can and should be doing as well to get out and immerse yourself in the community, get face-to-faces, and actually make meaningful connections with your neighbors. That leads to that know, like, and trust factor, which will translate into clients and listings. So the first strategy that I want to offer you are homeowner consultations. Now, if you are sending flyers or sending postcards or door hangers to your neighborhood, please offer something more than a generic call to action that's offered by your title company or postcard provider, right? Like, let's get really strategic about ways that we can serve our neighborhood. And let's think about where we are right now in the market. Right now in the market, most people who have bought in the last 3 to 5 years bought at really low interest rates, and they're pretty set in their homes. They're probably not going to be too excited to move anytime soon. That doesn't mean that they won't have the opportunity to move, or they won't be forced to move due to some unforeseen circumstances like a great new job offer out of state or growing family needs, right? Most people who are going to be moving this year don't even know it yet, because if you think about what causes somebody to move, it's usually circumstances that they can't predict, right? And so what you should be offering are ways to serve homeowners, not people just looking to sell. You need to be looking for ways to serve homeowners in your farm so that you become the trusted face of real estate for anybody who owns a home, so that when those needs do arise, you're the natural choice for them. Homeowner consultations are a great way to do this. So again, if you're already sending out marketing materials to your farm, or if you even have like a Facebook ad that's targeting a specific area, go ahead and offer something like a homeowner consultation. Now, we teach members in the Market Authority Academy my strategies on an amazing homeowner consultation. So if you're interested in going deeper on how to do that, check out the details below to apply to the Market Authority Academy, and you can learn how we are helping real estate agents implement strategies like that. But here's the cliff notes. A homeowner consultation is simply a way for you to offer time to somebody who is a homeowner to ask questions about the market, understand how much equity they have in their home, and help them plan on how to make the most of that investment. What a lot of agents do is they say, get with me for a complimentary CMA, a comparative market analysis, right? And while that's helpful, most homeowners only think they need that when they're looking to sell, because they need to have an understanding of what they should be selling for. But if we're talking about somebody's most costly investment, it would behoove them to have an understanding of how that investment is performing in the marketplace, even if they don't do anything with it. And that's really what the value of a homeownership consultation is for. It's for them to understand what their home is doing, how the market is impacting them, and ways that they can be working to increase their equity. Maybe suggest some repairs that they need to do and help connect them with the right repairmen to do those. Maybe help them understand what spring cleaning or seasonal maintenance items they should be doing with their home. That is a very powerful homeowner consultation, and it's so helpful because it's a direct deposit into a relationship with somebody who owns real estate who might need help with offloading that investment in the future. Number 2, block parties. If you're trying to farm your area, get your people together. In 2023 especially, I think that so many people feel fragmented in their communities, and most neighborhoods and communities really need a leader to help galvanize people, get them together, and really foster that sense of community that people want in neighborhoods but don't really know how to build into. Especially in the summer, there are so many different kinds of block parties that you could do. If it's too hot in your area like it is for me, you could even think about renting out like an indoor trampoline park or something fun that's indoor, or do something very early in the morning. In my neighborhood on Independence Day, there's always a huge block party in the local park, and it literally starts at 7 a.m. because by 9 a.m. it's 95, 100 degrees out already here in Phoenix. And so just because weather might be prohibitive doesn't mean you can't be creative around that. And block parties don't have to be really crazy either. You can be very casual with block parties and maybe even have a few of your neighbors enlisted and delegate somebody to put together a grill out on their front yard and put together hot dogs and hamburgers. Maybe have somebody bring a bunch of chips and drinks. Maybe have somebody bring a bunch of chairs where people can sit and have fun. Maybe have somebody put together a huge bin of water balloons so that the kids in the neighborhood can have a water balloon fight or play with water toys, right? Like, it's the summer, you can make this super casual, super fun, and all it takes is somebody to be a leader and get your neighbors together to really start to develop meaningful relationships that will lead to business in the future. Again, I don't want you to be so worried about what do I do to find that lead right now. I want you to be thinking about ways to immerse yourself in the community, because then the business will follow. Number 3, adopt a yard. This is one of my favorite neighborhood initiatives. You can either have the neighborhood get together and nominate another neighbor, or you can select someone just who you know needs some help, and you can get some volunteers in the neighborhood to adopt a yard. Now think of maybe an elderly neighbor, or maybe a single parent, or someone who just needs a little bit of help taking care of exterior maintenance and the yard work. If you know of a yard that is like overgrown with weeds and they really need a fresh coat of paint and just some easy exterior maintenance, it's not that hard to carve out an hour or two of time on a Saturday morning, get some neighbors together, and just really love on that neighbor's home when they need a little bit of help. And this, again, can really show your leadership and integrity, and is a great way to make more connections in your neighborhood that, again, will lead to business. The idea here is to get as many of those face-to-faces and conversations as you can while serving your community, because if you're focusing on the service side, business will always follow. And I know I've already said that a few different times in this video, but it is such a different way of doing business when you're getting creative on ways to bring people together and serve. It's so different than just trying to go through call lists, send out a bunch of mailers to people who don't want to hear from you. Okay, number 4, this is a fun one, a sidewalk chalk competition. And shout out to Karen Ann Campbell in Georgia, who had this idea, who gave me this idea, so I wanted to share it in the video. I actually saw that somebody in my neighborhood is doing this as well, which is super cool. So I know that this is a little bit of a thing. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. It's a sidewalk chalk competition. Now this would be really easy. All you have to do is, if you have a neighborhood Facebook group already, you can post it in that Facebook group. You can even create a little Facebook event for all of your neighbors to sign up for. I got a door hanger, but Karen Ann has done this before, where she just kind of walked through the neighborhood and kind of door knocked and just spoke to her neighbors who were already outside enjoying the great weather. You can either have people supply their own chalk, or it would make a really cute little pop-by idea to get little pieces of chalk, little packs of chalk, and attach maybe your business card to it, or have a flyer and leave it at your neighbor's house. And you have one day where you'll go through the neighborhood and judge the sidewalk chalk art. It would be really awesome to have some kind of a raffle or a first, second, and third prize, and the prizes can be donated by local businesses in your community. Maybe like a free pizza at the local pizza joint, or 2 free cocktail vouchers at your local dive, whatever. You could even go through a couple of local business owners and put together an awesome gift basket of local goodies. And if you really want to up the ante on that, make sure that you're making it a Facebook or a Instagram engaging competition as well. So have people post it to Instagram. You can put together a great hashtag for it, maybe use ChatGPT to come up with some really good ideas, and really make it a fun competition for your whole neighborhood to engage with. Just talking about this stuff gives me like the biggest smile, because this is the kind of community that I want to live in. So imagine being the leader that brings this sense of vibe to your community. I mean, that is such powerful farming, right? Okay, finally, number 5, easy peasy, neighborhood yard sale. This does not have to be really crazy. Just choose a date on the calendar and tell the whole neighborhood that that's going to be the date that you're going to have a neighborhood yard sale. I would give people like 3 to 4 weeks in advance notice if you can, and really just organize the time for everybody to have their yard sales. You can then, as the leader, put together some signage on any major roads coming in and post about the neighborhood yard sale in any big community Facebook groups as well, so that you get as many people in. And pro tip, you can even go through and arrange for a donation pickup. So anything that's left over can go to a big junk pickup service that you can arrange, or a big donation pickup that you can help arrange. One of my team members on my real estate team here in Phoenix, Heidi, did this as well, and she had great results for it too. So I think that you could even do something like this a couple of times a year or seasonally. And it's just a really great way to help inspire your neighbors to clean up around the house, get organized, and really fall in love with their spaces again. Those are my ideas for you. How fun was this video? I just love these kinds of videos, so let me know in the comments if you do as well. Number 1 was homeowner consultations. Number 2 was block parties. Number 3 was adopt a yard. Number 4 was sidewalk chalk competition. And number 5 was neighborhood yard sales. Let me know in the comments which you are committing to trying for your community farm this summer. And if you want more ideas just like this, be sure to hit subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button if you loved this video too, so that I know to make more videos like this in the future. Thanks so much as always for tuning in. Until next time, keep on crushing it.